Hello everybody and welcome to a fast and furious competitive gameplay battle. First out we have Jordan playing Discard Stacks Nath, trying to win with Protein Hulk and Razakef. Also here we have Pedro on Ishai and Jeska, a Jeska control deck. Me, I'm playing a book, Turbo Adna's stuff. Then we have something strange that you don't often see, Grist from Dan. This deck wins by ultimating this commander if you're milling your entire deck. It can also do some other cool stuff, but that's enough for introduction. Let's start the battle.
Good luck, everybody.
Likewise.
I'm going to draw for turn and start us off. I'm going to play a Land War Wastes, a Mana Crypt, to exile Elvish Spirit Guide, Land War Waste for a black, losing 1 life, to play my commander, +1 Grist, Orin Frostfang into my graveyard. And from there, I will pass my turn.
A snow-covered forest, and then pass the turn.
On a mystical tutor.
Yeah, go for it.
It's on Jordan's end step. The submerge, I will draw it, Taiga, and play Ragavan before passing. And it's monster.
I will take my turn and draw a card. I'm gonna play a Mana Crypt, and I'm gonna play a Bloodstained Mire that I'm gonna sacrifice, finding a Bayou, tapping that for a Carpet of Flowers. Go to second main phase, activate this, use the mana from Carpet of Flowers targeting you. You have a Tundra, I believe, and cast my book, Codie the Codex. And after all this, I pass the turn. Turn 1 book is something you should be really scared of, especially when it comes with a Mana Crypt and a Carpet of Flowers.
I will draw for turn, play a Blooming Marsh, 2 black and a colorless, and attempt to cast a Grim Tutor. I will search my library and lose 3 life. There it is. I'm going to shuffle up. I'm going to +1 Grist, revealing a Sylvan Safekeeper, and with that I'm going to pass my turn.
Normally you aren't that scared of a Grist turn 1, but the Planeswalker can currently ultimate on his next turn and he's already tutored, so something might be up.
You will tutor at the end of your turn.
I think this is a Collect Roof.
Well, I did cut to it, so...
Why Collect Roof? Why? I had a turn 1 Codie.
Do what I can to be in this game.
Now you don't need to submerge my Codie. You can submerge the Collect Roof instead, right?
Draw a mystery card. Play a forest and cast a collector and pass the turn.
Yeah, draw for turn. Before he decides whether he wants to block or not, I will...
Wait, you actually did it.
Wait.
So here I actually think that Pedro is making a small misplay. He's using Submerge to remove the Collector Oof so he can attack with his Ragavan straight at Jordan. But I don't think he needs to do that because there's no way Jordan is going to block with the Collector Oof because they need the Collector Oof to prevent Codie from activating, and they really want to prevent Codie from activating.
Well, bounce, and then I take 2.
I get a treasure.
Ah, so you're gonna exile his Collector Roof, then you are gonna cast the Collector Roof.
Oh, does Submerge go to the top of my library?
On top,
Yeah, to the top.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you have
So basically Collector Roof just rotated around.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
also got the Jeska to set Dan behind, hopefully. So I'm going to craft the Jewel Lotus to put the Jeska into play. 1, heal both insects and ping Grists as well.
sounds good.
And then I'm gonna tap 1 sack treasure my side, and then I will pass. Hopefully.
Pretty interesting turn. I will take my turn. Draw a card for turn. I'm gonna play a Polluted Delta. I'm gonna sacrifice that Polluted Delta. I'm gonna find a volcanic island. Contemplating life choices, passing the turn.
Draw for turn for a Draga Tree Speaker. I'm going to +1 Grist. It's a Viscera Seer into my graveyard. Attempt to cast a Reanimate. It's going to be Orin Frostfang.
Wait, that's pretty interesting with all the snakes that you have. No, insects that you create here. Cool. Yeah, I have
Yes.
no interaction versus this.
With that, I'm going to pass my turn.
I'm really happy to see that token production in cEDH actually has some merits to it. You can utilize tokens in a great way with Cryptolith, Earthcraft. He doesn't play Earthcraft in his deck, but that is another thing you can do.
I'm going to draw a card. I'd like to cast a Root Maze and pass the turn.
For 2.
It's a Chains of Mephistopheles.
You're casting Chains of Mephistopheles.
I mean, Dan has a draw engine on the battlefield at this point.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I
I
pass
have no
on.
way. Yeah,
I pass
I'm
on
going to
Shane's stuff.
afterwards.
Shane's does the following. If you would draw a card, except the first one he or she draws in his or her draw step, that player discards a card instead. If a player discards a card this way, he or she draws a card. If the player doesn't discard a card this way, put the top card of his library into his graveyard. So if you don't have a hand, you basically mill yourself.
Wait, that can actually be really good for me.
Yeah, it's probably really good for you. In your end step, I'm gonna cast a Mystical Tutor. I'm gonna find a card that goes by the name of Void Snare. It is 1 blue mana to return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. I'm gonna take my turn, I'm gonna draw this thing, and I would like to begin by using Corrupted Flowers blue mana to cast Void Snare, targeting the Collector Oof.
So does it go to my hand then?
Yeah, it goes to your hand.
That's fun.
I want to activate Codie with a total of 4 mana that I have here. I currently have Vuburg mana in my mana pool. Now normally you activate Codie first, you use the spot removal to remove the stacks piece, but in this case that specific stacks piece prevented me from activating Codie to begin with. So now I need to cast a secondary CMC1 spell. I'm gonna use the red mana, so I only have white, blue, black, and green left. I'm gonna cast Claim the Firstborn. Gain control of target creature with mana value 3 or less. Untap it gains haste. I'm gonna target the Ragavan over there.
Yeah.
Cool, I have a Ragavan.
But
Now,
that's your per turn, so body trigger.
yes, Burger Trigger. I only have one CMC1 0 legal target. So I'm gonna search out and find Profane Tutor. I would like to cast the Profane Tutor.
Yes.
Yep.
Got it.
I found a card. I need to make a land drop, Exotic Orchard, otherwise I don't have the red mana. So
It comes
5.
tapped.
What? No!
Yeah.
No! No! Hey fool! You're blind or something. It's right there. You saw nothing. I totally forgot about the root mace. Okay. I am going to attack with the Ragavan in that case. Attacking with the Ragavan at Pedro.
Lose 2. It's a Court of Grace. It has, when it enters the battlefield, you become the monarch. On your upkeep, you create either a 4/4 angel or a 1/1 spirit, depending on whether it's the monarch or not. It costs double white.
I
never
don't have.
thought that I would see the Monarch come into CEDH. That is amazing.
I don't have anything to cast that
Treasure is
spell.
tapped though.
Yeah, treasure's tapped. Yeah, the treasure is tapped. We all know it's tapped. And you regain your Ragavan, and that goes to exile, and I pass the turn with sadness on the stack.
Drop counter onto Derogatory Speaker. Play a Hermit Druid.
Comes into play tapped. Exactly, there's a root mace in play. Hermit Druid comes into play tapped.
I'm gonna +1 Grist, milling a Collector Roof,
Yeah, you don't need that Collector Roof.
making a bug. I'm gonna move to combat. Orin Frostfang at Mons for 2 damage.
I'll take the 2 damage.
I will have to discard a card because of chains. I will discard an Elvish Mystic.
Yeah.
I wonder if I should have just ulted Grist in order to take health away from you. Play a Verdant Catacombs.
I will play a Misty Rainforest tapped, and I will play Collector. I promise you. With that, I'll pass it.
I'm going to attack Mons with Ragavan for 2.
I take 2 damage, and I'm revealing a Cabal Ritual for 2 mana.
I'm going to cast a Talisman of Progress and pass.
I will draw a card for turn. I will use the carpet to cast a Soul Ring that comes to play tapped, and I will pass the turn here.
I will draw for turn.
Right.
Cast a Cryptolitherite.
That is really good with the token production you have.
Natural Order, sacrificing an insect.
I have
Alright.
no response to your natural order.
Protean Hulk. I'm going to -2 Grist, sacrificing Protean Hulk, and killing.
Collector
Protean
Oof
Hulk
is
will
killed, and there's a Hulk
go to the
trigger on the
graveyard.
stack.
I will search out
I think with Dead Boys.
Carrion Feeder,
Yeah.
a Body Snatcher, and 6 will be a Putrid Imp. Body Snatcher on ETB, in response to the ability, I'm going to sacrifice it with Carrion Feeder, which will return Protean Hulk to the battlefield. Sacrifice Protean Hulk to the Carrion Feeder to get another Protean Hulk activation. We'll search out Walking Ballista and Macias.
Okay.
That is infinite damage, and
Let me just prove that I have the cards in my deck.
Ballista comes into play tapped every time though.
exactly, get him, Pedro. Tapped.
Ballista will come onto the battlefield. I will sacrifice Ballista to Carrion Feeder. It'll go to the graveyard. It'll come back with a 1/1 counter. I will ping somebody for 1. I will then sacrifice it to Carrion Feeder, go to the graveyard, come back, and demonstrating that infinite loop, I will attempt to ping everyone at the table for infinite damage.
Yeah.
I don't have it. I don't have
I
anything.
don't have anything.
I have endurance, but I don't have a
You have
green
endurance?
card. I don't
Oh, you
know.
don't-
I don't have a green card to exile.
Ah, typical.
That's funny. Or not
Yeah.
funny, but it,
I have 2 CMC1 spells I can cast, but I don't have anything in my deck that is
But I
CMC
mean,
0.
Play of the game.
Attempt to cast a Reanimate. It's going to be Orin Frostfang.
Wait, that's pretty interesting with all the snakes that you have. Don't worry guys, I'm not salty about the root maze, but just in the game was like, I totally forgot about it and I so much had the win if it wasn't there. But the big key in this match was how Grist was so much left alone. People were focusing at me, which was obviously the right thing to do, which meant that this one get to have its little own thing going around. And none of the real stacks pieces we had in this game affected this commander that much. So big congratulations Dan for winning with definitely considered a underdog of a commander. Now that's it for me. See you around guys. Thank you so much for watching and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you like what I do and you wanna support me, feel free to share my videos or even checking out my Patreon page. Also, purchasing cards from the TCG Players website using the affiliate link in the description below of the video will also help the channel grow. So a big thank you to all of you.